Salutare, Witcher, suntem mai... Salutare, Witcher. Salutare, Witcher, suntem aici cu prietenii mei. Cu un nou episod din prietenii mei. Aia e că nu mai beau. Deci, intrăm aici și avem prima ușă. Deci, pe prima ușă intrăm. Pe ultima ieșim și trebuie după aia să ne ducem la mijloc. Stai mă așa. Care că doar două uși? Și ușa aia e prima. A doua. Și a treia. A, nu. A, da. Deci pe ușă intrăm și pe cealaltă ieșim. Asta am intrat. Așa, vedem. Ce sărac eu. Repede am separat de corpurilor. Și aici mă lasă să iau la mi-ar bidding-uri. Bun. Am deslușit mister. Dar tot vreau chestia asta, dă încă și băi. Asta cum să le dăm. Nu se compară nimic cu Elder Blood. Ajut, e bun. Gata. Capcană. De ce dai mă, nu știu să înjuri? El bulangiu. Ce dracu vrei, mă, băi, mai mulți copii. E, atunci facem altfel și la tine. Dă-te în pula mea! Mamă, la timp. Bine că dă și ăștia. Zic că nu vede. Gama e gura pe scumba. Gata, ce pula mea. Hai să vă arăt o chestie. Aici erau. Nu știu dacă mai merge acum. Sau aici. Nu mai merge, mă. Da, făcut. E, pula mea. Pușcucov. para o meu inimigo. Lá. Merecido. ولا ما يراونا بروتون كونا بروتون كونا أصلا كنويرة سو ويا بروتون كونا يجمع تركز معمول أصلا أصلا
We've
باتروش
broken through in the right spot.
Quiet.
We've recruited someone well suited to the task.
One of the Knights of the Order? Did the pious bastard sweat as he succumbed to the temptation of gold?
Knights of the Flaming Rose are useful on the battlefield, not in sewers.
I think you'll be pleased, my lord.
Buona, aku mau sih umur pas ada non prima kata sini luka lah.
Stand ready. He killed Vanamar.
And many other mages. I know who he is, Cynthia.
In the same city as Philippa, and you didn't even bother to change your name. That takes...
Philippa's out of the picture. She's been arrested.
And I was supposed to die, but I didn't. Grave error.
I'll make you a deal.
You don't get it. You turned Triss into a cold stone. I'm having a hard time trying to figure out why I shouldn't turn you into a cold corpse.
She is alive and well. We decompressed her successfully. There were no complications.
And the interrogation after she was decompressed? Because you did interrogate her. Tools? A few bruises? You really don't want to leave this crypt alive.
If we're to die, we'll do so proudly, serving the Emperor. But I think that unlikely. Contrary to what they say, you're no murderer. Triss told me so.
Yeah.
Cynthia, tell him to shut up or I'll kill him.
Silence, Adelbert. That's an order. Witcher, help me complete my mission. Help me open Der Henner's laboratory.
What'll you give me?
I've read the intelligence reports. I know your past. There are things in there, important things you don't remember.
I could force you to tell me.
I don't think so. Will you torture me? We both know you couldn't.
No.
We'll come back to that. How can I get into the Nilfgaardian camp?
There's one entrance. Beyond it, a long, heavily guarded corridor. You can't hope to sneak in. Renwald Matson chose a spot specifically to avoid being surprised.
Where are you holding Trip?
At the back of the camp, beneath a ruined building.
You're gonna help me free her.
Not likely. You're better off killing me now. You've no idea what the Emperor's intelligence apparatus does to turncoats.
No.
Why are you here?
We suspect Der Henner's laboratory may contain documents and books that could be useful to the Imperial Academy of Science.
That wasn't even close to funny. You're lying.
We don't know what's inside. Der Henner was a talented man, but also an eccentric.
What do you hope to find?
That's confidential. I cannot tell you. Regardless, we need your help. The laboratory lies beneath the Redanian camp, which we cannot penetrate above ground. We want to get there through the sewers, but can't manage it without a capable swords.
About that offer. Fine. I'll help help you.
In exchange, I'll tell you all I can.
Yeah.
Are we likely to encounter drowners? Or a related species? Perhaps other monsters?
That is how this world's built. Sewers are infested with monsters.
Mai e ceva ce să mai golesc pe aici? Aha. Altceva? Mai aveți? Nu zic nu. Deci,
If only we
If
could
there's a
produce
fight,
even
protect
basic
the
sketches
scholars.
of those
We
two
can
monsters
take care of
to explore
ourselves.
the entire tower. Mage's
Yes,
crypts
it's considered
customarily
como
have
primo.
multiple levels. Ghouls.
Damn it!
ăla am vrut să dansăm. Ce pula mea e neregulă cu ăsta, mă vede. Mă, dar ce pula mea are?
I fought
We
the
defeated
undead.
them,
I
Witcher.
can't wait to see
We
Professor
did it.
Lakenstein's face when he
Ah,
hears
nu mai
it.
merge din cauza la muști ăștia. Ah, am înțeles. Am 15 ore pentru sărăcirea asta.
I'm impressed. Be sure of it.
Guess they'll never learn.
Ok, și mai e o singură gaură. Aciuliș. Me. A mí me va mucho de gas con toda la mano. Dobra, w Ościnie sieci. Deci de aici am luat totul.
I'm no rat to run around sewers. What we're looking for, anyway? Some graves, I heard.
Great. So maybe there is something in this voice.
Shut your traps. Want the sergeant to hear? We're in deep shite. But it's a good idea.
We've got company.
Redanian bastards.
Nika, Nika.
The entrance must be somewhere here.
If our experts are to be trusted.
Dehenna dabbled in illusions, among other things.
He also experimented heavily with golems.
Golems with the power of speech, supposedly. They knew nothing of poetry, but...
Will you two shut up?
Yes, it's an illusion. I found a weak spot. Stand back.
Hiç.
Later, later and Lorne. Lisa and Lorne. Later, dear.
Bine cu avem pe asta.
At times I'm caught. You can get my kind of feat. Though I have no needles, they say I am piercing. What am I?
Careful with the answer. It could be a trap.
typical of Dehenna. He was a genius with a penchant for mischievous jokes. Like a child.
So a couple of adults, purported experts, should have no problem solving this.
Indeed, it's trivial.
Yeah.
The answer is pay.
Incorrect.
Gata, l-a prăjit.
No! Impossible! So many years of research together. Why did we ever embark on this?
Ce frumos.
Imagine the book.
Let's get this over with
potions.
Ia zi.
I'm seen to fly, described as hard. I can be your currency and heal all wounds, but not many things can stand my test.
Time.
Correct.
It's going rather well so far.
Not for everybody.
Mi se pare cea mai logică de acolo.
Someone's been here recently.
A venit ea, gata. A família não é arranjada, mas... Deixa-me bani.
Too bad about Gaspar.
I expected a greater challenge. Thus far, we've had but
persuaded
riddles fit for
Gaspar
beer
to pursue all
enthusiasts.
this.
Opa.
The competition's here. Kill them!
They must have descended straight from their water. Another guardian. Later, Elrond. Lisa Elrond. Later, dear. It's reacting to my spell.
Amma ulaşması. Çölde yaşıyorsa de peixe. Trebuie scămat. Gata. Să ține moleacă până când... Cu tare o mască lui Zou. Da, da. Yeah.
A group of travelers wandering through the dark. 3 guides above them, so 3 were marked. At night, they trailed a drake serpentine and a silver lady shining and fine. If only her visage she would deign to unfold. By day they followed a mountain vault, its riches untold.
Did I hear someone complain about the riddles being too easy?
Let's think this through. There are 9 alcoves, a fresco in each. That's 3 groups of 3 fresco.
The riddle mentions 3 guides above the travelers. We must examine the frescoes, seek answers there.
I'll advise you about the riddle, but I will not take part in disarming the device. I've got a bad feeling about...
Deci...
Too bad about Gaspar.
A group of travelers at night.
What do you think of the first verse?
I would say it describes a serpentine dragon swallowing its own tail, which represents infinity and thus time. The hourglass likewise symbolizes time. In this case, the time of the traveler's journey.
I believe it's the dragon constellation. It would be visible at night. What's more, sources on alchemy invariably portray dragons as winged, and as an accomplished alchemist, Gehenna would also be a competent astrologer.
In alchemy, the winged serpentine dragon represents prime matter, an essential component in the process of alchemical transformation. The verse seems to indicate the allegory illustrating...
It should be the dragon constellation.
I shall take that one.
What do you think of the second verse?
To my mind, it speaks of the White Rose, symbol of the Order of the Flaming Rose. You see, the fresco itself resembles a coat of arms, and in heraldry silver is rendered as white. So the Silver Lady and White Rose are one and the same.
I think it describes the full moon. In alchemy, the moon represents both silver as a metal and the feminine element.
The order remains largely unknown in the south, so the White Rose seems unlikely. Every Nilfgaardian, on the other hand, has heard of the Imperial Nausicaa Brigade, which has the Death's Head as its symbol. The brigade's name is female, and they say death follows a unit.
I think it's the full moon.
Allow me.
What do you say to the third verse?
It describes the precipice, the ravine amidst mountains. An ancient rule in alchemy states, as above, so below. The voices
Deci
of the
una
ravine
dintre
into
ele
which the riches
zice
of the mountain flow.
We must read the third line literally. To me, it suggests the Mahakam Mountains and its mines, from which dwarves and gnomes extract many ores that are invaluable to alchemists.
The verse is not literal. In many legends, towers are in fact vaults, which the hero must penetrate in order to rescue an imprisoned princess or find a long-concealed magic item.
The mine entrance in the mountainside. That seems logical. I'll stand next to that fresco. Let's see if we can solve this. Take your places.
Count me out. I want to live.
As you will.
Ia să vedem.
Intruder detected.
Stai, mă, n-a fost bine. Să mă luăm o dată? Da, mă, uite, a fost bine. Dar ce e zilul așa? Pare că fără el nu puteam. E fără ăștia doi.
Our expedition has grown thin. Such a shame. I actually found those two amusing.
Shut up.
Of course.
De pula mea. Da.
A golem. So Darehenna's legend.
It is no more than an obedient machine created to follow orders and kill.
So I guess we should get along famously.
You? What do you know about golems?
I don't run into them in every forest, but any good bestiary describes golems at length, and I've read more than my share of those.
Geralt, I'm not questioning your knowledge, but I should be the one.
Actually, you are questioning my knowledge. Listen, I know what I'm doing. I'll try to get it to reveal the word that'll deactivate it, or I'll just mess with its head. Break the code.
So now we've got a burglar in our midst. Be my guest.
My intentions are good.
As are mine. Know, however, that this may change.
Darehenna must have been pretty lonely if he gave you eloquence.
The Master made me a guardian, and you, provided you stand there.
So you're aware you're an automaton?
Do we really know who we are? Where we came from? Is human life predictable in that the cycle of birth and death ensnares it? When a human is born, he is obedient to his parents. Later, he listens to tutors, masters, corporals.
And to think that Adalbert questioned Darehenna's mastery. Has anyone tried to enter before?
I recall no intruders. I do, however, remember guests who left after being warned.
When was that? What did you discuss?
I am a machine.
You're far more self-aware than a typical golem. Can you make sovereign decisions?
The Master made me the way I am, because long discussions were to his liking. I can make decisions.
So you decide who's a guest and who's an intruder.
Who else would? Guests chat innocuously, exerting no pressure.
Who, if anyone, is allowed to pass?
Darehenna, but he is dead. Also guests may pass, but I...
Tell me more. Who's a guest and who's an intruder?
Is it not obvious? A guest keeps his distance, or knows the name word. An intruder is anyone who enters too far, attacks me.
I have other questions. So you're aware you're an automaton?
Do you really know?
Ezt anlat.
Do you remember your creator?
Of course. I was summoned into being by Master Dehenna. I abide by his will, by his power, by the necessity encased in my stone.
Dehenna is dead.
His word, which animates me, lives on. As empires will rise and fall, rivers will shift their courses, but I will remain obedient to one master on.
Can I ask you for the name word which brought you to life and which can deactivate you?
Do that, and I shall consider you.
Dehenna must have been an exceptional man. Can you tell me about him?
I guard everything that belonged to the Master, including his privacy, which he valued highly.
I have other questions. Did your creator give you a name?
I'm called obedience and unyielding persistence.
A golem's name is the word that gave it life, and that can take it away. You must have a name.
I own nothing. Everything belongs to my master. How could I divulge the name if...
Powerful magic created you. Dehenna was a true master.
He is still, since his mastery survived.
Can we discuss the program that controls your behavior?
Of course.
As a conscious being, you must be lonely here.
You are wrong. The pain of the world, melancholy, lies within the domain of emotions and feelings.
But you can learn. They say that a penchant for philosophy can only come from curiosity.
In my case, it comes from the will of the Master, who liked to speak with me.
And do you feel a need to discuss?
I feel nothing.
I have other... All right. I think I know how to get past this thing without a fight.
Burglar witchers, philosopher golems, an expedition replete with fascinating discoveries.
And terrible disappointments. Shut up, Adelbear.
We know you exist by the will of your master, thanks to the name word he gave you.
That is true.
So far, I'm a guest, and you were created to greet guests. As a guest, I command you to tell me your true name.
In making that request, you took hostile action against my mission. Stop the intrusion.
Da bine. Băgam aș pula. Acum cred că e bine.
You were created to discern intruders from guests. You are to stop the former and greet the latter.
Intruders must be stopped.
Are you aware that intruders may seek to deceive you?
I have stone fists to defend myself against those armed with swords. I have my iron logic to defend against...
But intruders could include sorcerers who alter reality. They could be illusionists or mere liars. What then is certain?
My existence is certain.
Since only you and the Master's legacy exist for certain, everything else is doubtful. A malicious intruder could cloud your senses.
I am the Guardian.
He couldn't foresee everything, so he gave you a mind to compensate. You're much more conscious and intelligent than a Guardian needs to be. Your Master says, greet guests and stop intruders. That is certain, but everything else can be a lie. And you cannot allow yourself to attack. That would be against your Master's will.
Guests must be greeted, and intruders must be stopped. Are you a guest, or an...
Doesn't matter what I answer. Your senses deceive you. You can trust only your mind. You can't assume I'm a guest, because I may be an intruder. You can't assume I'm an intruder, because I may be a guest.
This is a contradiction.
We've done it. We've penetrated Gehenna's laboratory.
Let's have a look.
The city's history. Gehenna describes
This is
finding
better
an
than I'd
important
hoped.
document
A
about
great success for
Gehenna's notes from a
Nilfgaard,
trip
this
he
mission.
took to Zerrikania.
Maybe you'll get that promotion.
I expected a greater challenge.
Gehenna
Thus far, we've
mentions
had
some
but
bacteria
little fit of
strains.
beer enthusiasts.
Can you feel that?
My medallion's vibrating.
Another masking illusion. I'll try to disperse it. Later and Lorn. Lisa and Lorn. Later, dear!
The device. What is it?
You've done your job. You'll be paid.
Paid like the scholars were? They died once they were no longer useful.
They were never useful, but Cynthia insisted. Fortunately, they were so kind as to remove themselves without my help.
I'm not about to be that kind.
Adelbert, you know what you're to look for.
Yes, Mom.
Yes, Mom.
It's a prototype megascope.
What's it do?
The artifact detects an emotional bond with a person. Its user need only focus on that person and the device will establish a connection.
Great tool for a spy.
Yeah.
Time you fulfilled your end of the bargain. What do you know about my past?
You were a rider of the Wild Hunt.
Humans.
I read the reports.
Don't the Nilfgaardians have anything better to do than write reports about witchers?
Not about witches. About you. You are the sole person to have been a member of the host. And survived.
Anything else? Any detail you can give me would be useful.
Don't trust Letho.
You think I trust the people I hunt?
He's your foe today. But he wasn't always.
Is there anything to prove I was part of the Wild Hunt?
Nothing. Apart from the fact that Nilfgaardian intelligence agents are drawn and quartered for lying in their reports.
An enlightened nation indeed.
You haven't the faintest notion how many people are interested in you. Very important people.
Just because I survived.
You're a former rider of the hunt, and you live. You may be the key to solving the mystery of the retinue, and they all know that. You must watch out for yourself.
Deci eu
How do you know I knew
sunt parte
Letho?
din ei.
I've read...
The reports, I know. Why are you warning me about him?
because I like you.
Zău.
Let's say you've satisfied my curiosity.
Well then, consider me glad to have satisfied a witcher, whatever the way.
Dăm direct
You
la.
fulfilled your end of the bargain.
As have you.
Take your coin and leave.
I'll take the coin and the artifact
That is not what we agreed.
because I didn't know you'd find anything this interesting.
And now you know too much. Don't force me to deal with this,
Calm down, both of you. Everyone has received their due.
They're due? Huh. As I see it, Nilfgaard feels it's due more.
So our mutant is also a...
Back away.
Life is a string of choices. And...
E vorbești. Dar chiar pe care să o las? Finis. Hai să vedem ce băgăm aici. Nu asta, mă, asta. Insta kill, tati. Am omorât? Ia vină, fă. Tu, stuful și papura, mătii. Îți parcă să moară, mătii. În pula mea.
There are his notes from a mutation procedure manual.
Hmm. Nu sunt zercheni. Bun, și cred că am luat și bacteria aia. Că se zice că uciorul meu nu poate să facă copii. Deci cred că și el a fost parte din bacteria aia. Până să devină Witcher, că el a fost elf. El e așa puternic. Elf, un elf Witcher rupe, e nebun. aici. Iron ring. Dacă mă duc aici, găsești ceva? Mai bujă și fete, uitați-vă ce avem aici. Păcine. Ăștia nu sunt prea importanți. Hai să vedem trist.
Your fate is in your
știm, da.
hands, sorceress.
My fate? You haven't asked a single question about me.
Yet it is all up to you. Your situation is a comfortable one. Do not squander your chance. So, wish to tell me anything?
I'm a sorceress, an advisor to the King of Temeria.
Bine.
I believe we agreed you would speak only of things I do not know about.
Your move, sire?
Yes. You see, Cardwin, I like it when it's my move. And as you have rightly noticed, Mage, that time has come.
The situation on the board favors you, sire.
Indeed. The pieces are arrayed just as I wanted.
My queen is at a disadvantage.
That's putting it lightly. She is cornered. Moreover, you must sacrifice your rook, and your knight cannot possibly block my bishop. In other words, checkmate, Cardwin.
We've been following the Witcher for several days. I know now he's fully on Yorvet's side. Should I terminate them?
Constable Natalis thinks it unnecessary. Your orders are to cross the Yaruga with your men.
Why?
Natalis suspects the Emperor has amassed large forces on the southern bank, near the border. Verify this.
Yes, sir.
Deci, asta vreau să mă moare.
I guess that does it.
E bula în jubă. Au vrut să mă moare, mă, monstru. Chemuiți, bă, băiatule. E noapte, băi. Toată lumea la somnic.
Renounce magic! Shatter your towers and... It's a
Da, avem grijă ce vindem aici. Da, pula. Bine. Mai țin o leacă. Deci... Avem ceva de făcut. Mai avem ceva de făcut. Bun, trebuie să luăm de aici astea. Și să mergem să salvăm situația, tati. hai să facem și alea două de Cairanu. Stai puțin. Nu sta. Bun, așa. Și asta cu...
I found a book. It's magically sealed. Can you help me out?
Show me. A very powerful spell. I can't possibly breach it on the fly. I need a week, maybe two. Where did you find it?
Let's say it's a gift from some old acquaintances.
It'd be a fine addition to my collection. Willing to part with it? I'll pay you well.
You're not supposed to sell the gifts you get.
As you will.
De care era vorba de asta? E dacă eu dau...
Take care.
A, trebuie să o vând. Altfel n-am cum.
It's a waste of words.
I found a...
Well,
It's yours if the price is right.
I rarely get one wrong.
All right. May it serve you well.
Stai să mă care din ele. Da, aia era. Dar dacă... Nu știu dacă e bine. Bun. Mai. Am fost aici. Acum merem aciule. Delightful. Haide, tati. Da, și garduielul nu acum. Am altă treabă.
Damn.
Face că explodează unul după altul. pulăm. Ca noi aici. Deci în partea asta n-am unde să mă duc. Fapt așa am fost. Duc așa, așa. Așa, așa, așa. O să mă duc aici, în fine. Dar, de fapt, și de drept, mă duc să fac armă. Stai, de fapt, mă duc așa, mă, la ala. Să mă trebuie sclavul ăla. După aia. Haide, mă.
Nipe.
Oh. Okay. Îl văd pe ăla prin asta. Asta am. Bă, ce facem acum? Facem, uite, așa. Așa cum, uite, așa, stai că zic. Asta la... Dar nu asta. La gargagala. Și ălantul. Planetul aici. Yeah.
Welcome.
Who are you?
The ancients vested my soul with the task of operating their most prized artifact.
How exactly does the artifact...
It allows me to rectify certain errors of the past and enhance the skills of the Chosen One to render him closer to how he would wish to be. However, remember, all things in nature have their price and...
Something tells me I'll do fine with the art...
You blind.
Take that.
Pula mea. Ce vorbești? Ce vorbești? Ce vorbești? Hai, parcă... Hai, o leac. Hai, o sâr. Dar nu merge așa. L-am penetrat pe fraier. Nu știu dacă am prins asta pe fraier, da? Nu mai spune. 16 kg în plus? Ah, că facem noi să fie mai puțin. Că ce noi să fim mai puțin? Ai, prieten drag. Am dat pietrele astea bă și nu m-am uitat, frate. 10 și un... Fără să nu... A, da, tot o sare. Pula, greu la măsi. Da, nu mai e voi. Să las doar unul. Pula mea. Lăsător care incinerări se 80, e bun. În rest, iula. Insta-kill 4, care insta-kill mai mult. Optim. În fine, le lăsăm, le lăsăm. Pula. Ca să bag cu ăsta așa. Tu oare să lași și la asta armura asta? Cu ăsta? Pentru că i-am omorât pe ăștia. Să las. Lasă-mă. Ia aia cu vran. Nici nu știu. E prea jmecher armura asta să... Am să fac și pe cealaltă o lăsăm normal așa. Nu mai facem. Dar sunt curios și trebuie. Patru dale. Asta cred că nu are nimic. Interesant, da, exact cum am zis. Bun. Gata. Vă mă încur. E mamut, voi ce sunteți? Ce vorbești? Bonus ai 5. Figure duration 5. Ca să dăm 10. Nici nu știu. Gata, știi ce punem pe asta cu run. Știi ce-o fi. Așa. Pe asta aciulea punem fire și earth. Și rupem și cu asta. Una cu care din ele. Pasă nu merge. Pe forgotten. Iată, bă, băieți, am făcut armura, am făcut ce trebuie și noi ne vedem în episodul următor pentru a căuta pe Filipa și să vedem ce morții măsii facem. Arrivederci.